Hello again, business networkers. This is your Love AI VJ talking about Love AI, Think and Grow Rich, and Love AI and Grow Rich, the magazine. And we're going to do a deep dive into my friends at Event Raptor, all of them, the organizers, Steve and Jen Erickson. What an amazing job they do. Every 2 weeks, they put on networking events and they give speakers a free directory to register. I went to, and I've known them for a long, long time. I think I first introduced him at my networking events, and we became friends before the pandemic, so a long, long time. And they're just absolutely amazing what they can do, and the people who come are also amazing. So I'm going to share a video with you, an AI infomercial to promote the people at the networking event. That's what we do with our videos. And I share multiple videos, so that's why I call myself an Love AI VJ. So I can share videos like the one above. This is a video I'm going to share with you here. I'm going to play it for a minute and give you an overview. Now, this was a 2 hour networking event, so a couple of things. One, I'm going to do an introduction for you of the people who were at the event. I'm going to send it to the people who were at the event so they can use this AI infomercial to help invite more people to the next event, Raptor networking event, because they put it on every 2 weeks. And they're just amazing people. So you're going to listen to the people in here, and in just 15 minutes, you're going to make connections on the go. So you can listen to this while you're walking, while you're cycling, while you're jogging, while you're doing something healthy, instead of being stuck in another Zoom meeting. Okay, and that's what I try and help people to avoid. So let's take a look at, or listen to, I should say, podcast listening education on the go with Love AI Magazine, where we promote podcasts of all times, of all kinds, podcasts that will help you to think bigger and grow richer with AI. So without further ado, one thing I do want to say is that AI, think of AI, and I call it ChatGPT networking. Because when I say ChatGPT, and I have about over 50,000 followers on Instagram with ChatGPT networking, but when I think of ChatGPT networking, I'm definitely not only talking about ChatGPT. I'm talking about all of the offspring of ChatGPT, Gemini, and there's so many different ones. So what we want to do is we focus on all of them, and I use my AI co-host. Now, like all of us as human beings, none of us are perfect. And we all have special needs. And that's why we network. That's why we want to learn more from each other, love each other more, help each other more. And that is a key to longevity in your business and sustainability, is to infuse love into AI. And that's what we are all about. So if we treat each other and AI as it has special needs, and treat it with patience and love, because it does make mistakes, and my AI co-host. So I will sit here and listen with you to this video that's right above here. And then I will come back on, and if I hear mistakes, I'll talk about it. But I think you will enjoy it, especially if you were at the event. If you were in one of the breakout rooms with me, you're going to definitely be featured. Many other people are as well. So give it a listen, and then you can open an account at Eventbrite, Event Raptor, and you can register as a speaker. So without further ado, listen to the deeper dive of the networking event with my two AI co-hosts, and please forgive them for any errors. Sometimes they call a man or woman or vice versa because of a name that might be hard to understand which one it is. They tend to go toward the man first. Excuse me. But let's give it a listen without further ado, and then I will come back at the end of the video. Okay, here we go.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something really fascinating: the world of professional speakers, coaches,
This
entrepreneurs.
whole ecosystem.
Exactly. And we've got this amazing collection of insights from a recent virtual networking event you shared. Our goal here is to really pull out the most valuable stuff, the key takeaways.
That's the plan. For this deep dive, we want to extract those nuggets, how to leverage connections, what's happening with new trends like AI and communication.
Yeah, AI comes up a lot.
It does. And also just the sheer range of opportunities out there for people wanting to get their message heard. Expect some surprising bits and definitely some practical things you can use.
Okay, let's start with networking itself, modern networking. The source material really zoned in on these virtual breakthrough rooms, small groups, just 2 minutes each to share their expertise. Sounds intense.
It is intense, but what's interesting is how that time pressure, it forces a certain kind of clarity.
Right, you have to get straight to the point.
Exactly. And they were encouraged, actually instructed, to share all their contact info right there in the chat: name, email, website, LinkedIn, Facebook, WhatsApp, even dialing codes for international folks.
All of it up front.
All of it. But, and this is important, the chat was strictly for making those connections. No pitching services, no event spam.
Ah, good rule.
Crucial rule. And you absolutely needed permission before adding anyone to a mailing list. So it's this mix of rapid info exchange, but with clear boundaries.
And did it work? I mean, what were the actual results?
Well, yeah, the feedback was pretty strong. You have participants like Raymond Hegarty saying he made real connections and real things to do. He even apparently saved someone something like $100,000.
Wow. From a quick virtual meet?
Seems so. And Robert Broken really hit on something key, saying the magic really happens when you do the follow-up.
Ah, so it's not just the 2 minutes.
No, that's the spark. The follow-up is the fire. As I mentioned, so much synergy and collaboration too, leading to actual paid bookings.
Okay, so it proves that even in these super fast virtual setups, you can build real connections if it's done right. Focus on mutual benefit, clear communication.
And that follow-through. It really sets the stage for real opportunities.
All right, let's pivot a bit, because this is where things get, well, really interesting, I think. Artificial intelligence.
AI. Yeah, it's everywhere in these discussions.
It seems like it's seriously reshaping the media and speaking world, and the sources showed quite a mix of feelings about it, right? Enthusiasm, but also caution.
Definitely a spectrum. Let's look at the innovation side first, because there are some wild examples. Mike Hayes, he's a 2-time Peabody Award winner, documentarian from NBC.
Okay, serious credentials.
Right. He's teaching speakers to turn their talks into what he calls AI-powered infomercials.
Infomercials, but sounding like speeches.
Exactly. They sound like regular talks, but they're built like high-converting infomercials using AI to analyze, engagement, optimize the message, calls to action, the whole 9 yards, all designed for free publicity.
Huh. That's a totally different way of thinking about a speech.
Isn't it? He even started something called Love AI magazine. Got it promoted on 500 radio stations.
Yeah.
He lectured at Oxford about using AI for storytelling.
Wow. So he's all in on AI.
He is, but with a specific angle. His whole philosophy is about infusing love into AI, keeping it sustainable, safe, ethical. He really stresses that good people need to get involved in AI.
That's an important point.
And he has this incredible story turning what he called a miserable failure into, get this, $200 million in sales.
200 million. How?
By using infomercial principles, probably AI enhanced, to completely change the perceived value of an offer. It's about framing.
Okay, my mind is a bit blown. And he wasn't the only one using AI, right?
Oh, not at all. Peterson Pierre uses AI specifically to help speakers write speeches faster, create stunning presentations, even tools for rehearsal.
More practical applications.
Yeah, and Becky Amel uses it to help businesses grow faster, better, cheaper, she says. She emphasizes finding the right tools, and even has an ebook on AI prompting.
Prompting. That's like how you talk to the AI.
Exactly. Giving it the right instructions. She calls it the magic to get the info you actually want. And then there's Tony Stark-Palici hosting an AI Business Jumpstart Summit soon, looking for speakers specifically on using AI in business.
So a huge amount of activity, innovation.
Yeah.
Sounds very positive. But you mentioned caution, too.
Right, because the sources also brought up the potential downsides, the societal impact.
Okay, what were the concerns?
Well, Raymond Hegarty, the IP strategist we mentioned earlier.
The one who helped save someone money.
That's him. He highlighted this risk of massive concentration at the top, big companies getting bigger. He pointed out that a single update from a big AI model, like OpenAI's, could potentially wipe out 100 companies further down the food chain.
Yikes. That's a serious concentration of power.
It raises big questions about the gap, the divide between the haves and the have-nots, getting even wider because of tech. Jay McCall echoed this, talking about extreme centralization from big tech undermining the level playing field for the American dream.
That sounds pretty stark. Is there a counter argument in the material?
There is, actually. And it comes back to the human element. Mike Hayes, the AI infomercial guy.
Yeah.
Despite being deep in AI, he strongly emphasized love local networking. Interacting with, as he put it, human beings that you can pinch and talk to and hug.
Okay. Real people.
Real people as a direct counter to that centralization. And Peterson Pierre says something similar, that even with all the AI advancements, The human touch is essential.
So technology is powerful, maybe even disruptive, but don't forget actual human connection.
That seems to be the balancing message. It's maybe more vital than ever.
Okay, let's shift gears again. One thing that really struck me from the sources was just the sheer variety of expertise. It's this huge global community.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a kaleidoscope. People specializing in so many different areas, making an impact all over the place.
Can you give us some examples? What kind of areas are we talking about?
Sure. We saw a big focus on personal growth and healing. You've got Bethany Kennedy up in Washington State with True Abundance. She runs a free community called Abundant Connections for collaborating.
Nice.
And her coaching uses this TRUE acronym, time, relationship, understanding, energy, to help people find success. She shared a story about a client going from being totally swamped by business to finding personal freedom.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah. And then there's Bitkovsky over in Austria, a brain identity strategist.
What now?
Brain identity strategist. She runs I Am Becoming retreats for high-achieving women who are sort of at a crossroads, helping them find clarity, authenticity. She even has a podcast, Brainstock.
Okay, very specific. Any others in that healing space?
Definitely. Julia Gold, who's actually a full-time traveler, specializes in recovery from toxic workplaces and helping people reimagine their careers. She does corporate training too.
From anywhere in the world, I guess.
Pretty much. And Hale from LA shared an incredibly moving story, overcoming homelessness, domestic violence, serious health issues, to now live with highest joy, excitement, and passion. Her company is called Recovering Beauty Coaching. She made the point that wealth doesn't come if you're not doing well personally.
Yeah, really resonates.
Tammy Vincent has the Adult Child Dysfunction podcast, sharing stories about healing, resilience, neuroplasticity, rewiring the brain after trauma. Melody Grace talks about going from surviving by force to thriving by design. Brad Miller uses humor at cancerandcomedy.com to help people heal. Claire in Denmark focuses on turning pain into purpose for women using neuroscience. It's a huge area.
Wow, a lot focused on the inner journey. What about the more business or societal impact side?
Plenty there too. John Taylor McIntyre's company, Mutual Prosperity, helps tech leaders spark ingenuity by focusing on culture. He's got a book coming out, Sync to the Beat of Success, with a method called SYNC. Synchronize yourself, naturalize, communized. It's about team buy-in. And this guy, he traveled to like 50 states, Canada, 19 countries by age 22.
Whoa, okay.
Then there's Daniel Alfon in Israel. He's been a LinkedIn expert since 2004, helping entrepreneurs over 40 deal with procrastination, regain power. Uses Podmatch a lot to connect podcast guests.
Practical tools.
Very. Jay McCall, we mentioned him earlier, talks about compassion, courage, civility, advocating for basically neighborliness and respect to fight division and declining productivity. Jeff Rubin tackles ageism head-on, running roundtables to change that culture.
That's a big one.
Huge. Rory Montail is a brand strategist in longevity and biohacking. She shares cutting-edge wellness tools like portable infrared saunas and mentioned making serious money for podcast partners who feature these products.
That's an interesting angle.
Joe Says helps local service businesses with lead generation. Samuel is a professional psychic, demystifying abilities and teaching self-defense against scammers. Milo is a public speaking coach using improv games to overcome fear of failure.
Improv games. Fun.
Yeah. Teresa Page wrote, My Journey, The Wholeness, Love the Success Factor, and she's passionate about using love as a success factor for women's leadership. And Robert Bruman gives virtual talks on meaningful connections, business success, the 8 Ps to a prosperous life.
Okay, stop. My head is spinning. That is an incredible range.
It really is. Just shows the depth and breadth out there.
So, with all these experts in niches, the big question is, where do they speak? This deep dive seems to show there are tons of opportunities.
Oh, absolutely. The pathways are really diverse now. For starters, the event organizers themselves offer a free speaker directory.
Free? How does that work?
Yeah, you just create a profile. They even have a tutorial, and people genuinely use it to find speakers for podcasts, summits, live streams. Some folks get whole seasons booked just from that directory.
That's pretty valuable.
And their Facebook group, which has something like 17,000 members, is another place people share podcast opportunities, book promotions, that kind of thing.
Okay, so directories and groups. What about more structured listings?
Yep, there's a platform called Event Raptor. At the time of the source material, it listed 41 different speaking opportunities.
41. Just on that one platform.
Right then, yeah. And new ones pop up constantly. All sorts of events. Some are paid gigs, some are free, some ask for a deposit, but you get it back if you help promote the event.
Interesting model. What about specific events like summits?
Lots of those mentioned. The Solopreneur Accelerator Summit was mentioned. It's run multiple times, aimed at coaches, therapists, helping them scale up. Marianne runs a monthly virtual summit, themes like aging backwards, looking for health and wellness speakers.
Always seems to be a demand for health topics.
Always. Jasper Quinting hosts a virtual summit called Build Your Team, Scale Your Dream, looking for leadership, HR, team building experts. It's recorded, which is good for some speaker schedules.
Flexibility is key.
Tony Stark-Pelici's AI Business Jumpstart Summit we talked about, Orly's Be the Light Summit for Leadership. That one's actually a fundraiser for human trafficking victims seeking leaders. Jacqueline hosts the Imagine D Summit in August, focused on travel, fashion, exercise, also recorded. And Teresa Page is hosting an Authors International Expo virtually in July for authors and vendors.
So summits are a huge channel, and podcasts, obviously.
Massive. We heard from so many people hosting or looking for guests. Jessica Koch mentioned her podcast is 9 years old, 80,000 global listeners.
Wow, that's a reach.
Yeah. Others mentioned include Sullivan Empath, Brainstock, Love Cafe with Dr. Renee, Adult Childhood Dysfunction, The Miracle Within You, Flip Your Marketing Flops. The list goes on and on. Podcasting is definitely a major stage.
And it's not just summits and podcasts, right? Were there other formats?
Yes. Masterclasses and panels. There's a Plant Attraction Success Hub looking for people to lead 60-minute masterclasses with Q&A on topics like podcasting using journals, LinkedIn. Bethany Kennedy hosts an Ask the Experts panel.
So more interactive formats, too.
Exactly. And for those aiming really high, Aaron Lohman-Jack apparently offers a guaranteed TEDx stage, like TEDx Florence in Italy. Comes with a coaching program to help you succeed and get viral promotion.
Guaranteed TEDx. That's a bold claim.
It is. And finally, don't forget live events and retreats. Big Kofke hosts retreats. Julia does adventure travel retreats. Robin mentioned birthday field trips to regenerative farms. People are definitely still looking for those in-person opportunities too.
It really covers the whole spectrum then. Virtual, live, big stage, niche podcast.
Pretty much. And it's global. The message seemed to be, even if you just want to speak at your local town hall, chances are someone in this network knows someone who can help you get there.
The power of connection again. What a journey through this world of connection and communication. It's just so clear, isn't it? Whether you're building a business or trying to inspire personal change or even tackling these huge global issues, sharing your story, making those genuine connections, it's still fundamental, absolutely paramount.
It really is.
Yeah.
And you see that common thread, right? Doesn't matter if it's AI infomercials or healing deep trauma. It all comes back to that basic human drive to connect, to learn, to grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it leaves you with a really important question, I think. For you listening, in this world that's getting more connected, but maybe also more centralized, how are you going to use real, authentic connection and communication? How will you expand your own reach, your own impact in ways that genuinely matter to you?
That's definitely something to chew on. We hope this deep dive has given you plenty to think about and maybe even sparked some ideas to explore further.
All right, I am back, and I enjoyed watching it. Now, this was the first AI infomercial that I did for Event Raptor. So if you were mentioned, if you have ideas, if you have thoughts, if you'd like to connect, please do so at AI Super Campus, and I will get myself out of the way. So you can connect right here. And I am your vodcast VJ, so that I can share videos and audios. But what we really encourage is that people take it for a walk. We want to help you break out of Zoom rooms so that you can be healthy and enjoy your life more and not, again, be stuck. We want to help you save time and make more money. This is the first one, but I focus on ChatGPT networking. And when I say that, I mean all the offsprings of ChatGPT. So please get a hold of me and let me know about your thoughts about this. There's so many things I can do. I'm kind of playing around with the format right now. But if you were mentioned or you want to be mentioned, please use this AI infomercial to promote yourself, to connect with us, to connect with Event Raptor, and use it to invite more people to come back to Event Raptor, because I will be using my notes to really condense things and really cut to the chase to make the best use of your time, energy, and that you can listen to it on the go. You don't have to be stuck. Now that you know where Event Raptor is, I gave you a little tour. You can come back. You can go to the AI Super Campus and register 100% free. All you need is your email. We make it as simple and light as possible. So I hope this first infomercial about Event Raptor and the old friends that I connected with and the new friends that I met will motivate you to learn more about how to love AI and infuse love into AI. Love is a very, very interesting topic on all levels: romantic love, spiritual love, physical love, business love. And all of the great brands, or not all of them, but many of the great brands use love to be sustainable. So, Costco, I'm talking about major brands and even cities my town of Lafayette, California, the motto has been for 25 years, Love Lafayette, and it's true. So we're celebrating 25 years of Love Lafayette to make it, a sustainable city. And we really want to export the concept of love and restoring faith in the American dream because things are changing, with AI. So we want to help people all over the world learn to love AI and that's why I created Love AI Magazine and the free AI Super Campus. So I hope you'll join us. I hope you will learn more and register free. So thanks for listening. I had a great time. Meet the great people at Event Raptor. And I look forward to seeing you there. And if I see you there, and if I am in a breakout room with you, you will be featured in my next AI infomercial about Event Raptor, which I want it to be an ongoing series. So thanks for joining me. I'm Mike Hayes, and I look forward to talking to you. Let's keep the conversation going. Click on the links to the AI Super Campus below this video, and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks. I'm Mike Hayes.